Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mage,
And Pyroby.
and we're going to be bringing you another 2v2 random hero game. This one is going to be a first game in the semifinals. On the right side of the map, we have DKH Rain and DKH Starshaped, who I have been calling Team DKH, but I suspect Pyroby will tell me that's way too boring.
It really is way too boring.
So, what would you like to call them?
Rain-shaped.
Rain-shaped?
Rain-shaped.
How about Star Rain?
Like icicles. What? No. That sounds dumb.
Rain Star? Yeah. Oh, and Rain-shaped doesn't?
Rain-shaped sounds like natural and mystical and mythical.
Nah, that's retarded.
Wow. Again. This is the mage you think you know and love?
Well, they do know and love me, and it's probably because I don't hesitate to say my words against you.
See him now. Yeah, well, you know what? I think rain-shaped is the way we should go.
Well, alright, whatever. I don't care that much enough to put up a fight. For those of you that are not familiar with the random heroes style of play, it basically just means that when you build your altar, you have the option to get a random hero and only a random hero. This hero can come from any any of the 4 races or the tavern, and you can get up to 2 of that hero. Looks like we've got a pretty good variety of stuff, and 3 Jack Pete just suggested we call Rain and Starshaped Team Swedish Chef, which I kind of approve of.
I can't pronounce that.
You can't pronounce Swedish Chef?
That's very hard, just S's in there. And C's.
Yeah, I find that very unlikely. Anyway, it does look like we have a pretty standard opening going on for Team Cap4z. They've got Fiends, they've got Ziggurats, they've got Tombs of Relic going up, and then on the top side they're going to do a Ancient of War creeping with the mysterious hero when it does come out. For Team Swedish Chef, it looks like they're going for a Grunt opening for the Orc, and then a Militia creep most likely for Starshaped. We do have a Death Knight come out for the Orc, and a Death Knight come out for Starshaped.
It's a very bold move to do an Ancient of War creeping team.
It's a very bold move, what?
It's a very bold move to be Ancient of War creeping in team games.
Yeah, that is true. But it's going to work out well for him. He actually has a panda there, so a great hero for him. We'll see what comes out for our undead counterpart.
Yes, our master.
So Rain has gone for Aura first, it looks like, and I presume that Starshaped has gone for Coil first. Wow, so this is completely unfair. Team Cap4z has amazing heroes so far to start off their units, and Rain and Starshaped stuck with getting Death Knights as well.
3 Death Knights and a panda.
Yeah. But only one of these players actually has any undead units, and I suspect Rain is wondering why he couldn't get the Death Knight in the games when he was actually playing undead.
He's probably pissed.
I would be. Yeah, that does not seem like it's particularly fair. And then Spencer should be able to tear through these creeps, and this is a map I don't know a ton about, but I can see that there are a bunch of creep camps on here. So I'm suspecting that he'll be able to get his Death Knight up to level 3 at least. It will take on the interesting effect of it's going to be very hard to nuke down the opponent's heroes, though.
Yeah. Is that because one of them's Death Knight?
Actually, it's because both of them are Death Knights.
Oh, look at this siege creep.
Yeah, this is interesting creeps for sure. And siege creep is doing some pretty significant damage to the Ancient of War, but not enough to actually do anything.
Yep, and a level 2.5.
With the Ring of Regeneration. Does look like Team Swedish Chef will be creeping together, and I suppose the one advantage of having 2 Death Knights is that you can tank one of them while creeping and then just continually heal it. But they've got a lot of really slow melee units right now.
Player's forces are under attack.
And especially units that the Panda would tear through when it gets to level 3.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Are you actually watching the game at all? Like, you are in this game,
I was reading chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was reading chat because they were saying Ludix and Sonics aren't letting Hawk play because they're afraid of Hawk.
Yeah, that makes sense. Hawk's pretty good.
Yeah, I know. But
Here.
Panda will rip through these footmen like butter. Just like
Yep.
butter.
And Spencer is going to be very close to getting level 3 after he finishes off this creep camp, and not entirely sure where that Panda is, but I expect it's close to level 3 as well. Yep, so he should hit level 3 at the end of that camp, and Spencer may actually get level 3 when he kills off this Harbinger. There we go, he does indeed, and looks like Caps is going to go for an Expo there, yep. And bold choice by Rain and Starshaped to go ahead and creep the gold mine that's natural for Caps, but they may actually hit 3 on both their heroes when this is said and done, and keep up with the other players. So we do have the Panda just finishing this off, hits level 3, gets a Circlet of Ability on that, and let's see what items we get. Scroll of the Beast, so they have 2 Scrolls of the Beast now.
Oh, they can do some serious early pressure.
Yeah,
If they weren't melee.
Yeah, if they had just one other thing, maybe some headhunters to go along with it. But we do see Rain has hit level 2, tier 2, sorry, producing his second hero as we speak. It looks like
Is that Panda gonna live? Come on,
I think it is. Yeah,
Aw.
yeah, got there
They've
just
been
in time.
faster.
But if that's level 5 instead of level 3, then that would be quite a bit of damage. And we do have a TP coming in here, and yeah, there we go. So that is a lot of fiends for them to have to deal with, and they are going to go ahead and back up here. And I'm wondering what they're saying in private chat, because it must be something along the lines of, how the fuck did they manage to get a Panda and a Death Knight while we got 2 Death Knights as Orc and Human?
They're probably pretty unhappy about their luck here, but I mean, sometimes in random hero, you just have to understand you're just gonna get totally screwed over by the game.
Yep, there is certainly the luck factor involved here, and nice coil there by Spencer to take down that Grunt, and it'll be interesting to see how much damage they can do if they push right now, because they are splitting up. Let's see, there's a Paladin as the second hero for Rain, and we do not yet have a second hero for Starshaped that's on the way. Second hero on the way for Spencer as well, and yeah, boy, this just has to be a kick in the nuts for Rain.
I mean, a Paladin
To go with your Death Knight?
to go with your Death Knight. That's messed up.
Yep. To those of you thanking us in chat for casting, you're completely welcome. We love doing it, and we love having you guys watch. And here we go.
Mostly
There.
thinking mage, though.
That's fair. I won't
I'll be
deny it.
honest.
Yeah. Spencer goes ahead and grabs the Beastmaster as his second hero. I don't see a second hero yet for Caps. It looks like he's holding off. Potion of Vulnerability. That's pretty precious, and you'd think one of them might pick it up. There we go. They are not going to let it go to waste. And a Beastmaster for Starshaped as well. I'm not even sure what hero you'd want in a game changer. Maybe like a Mountain King now, but I don't think Beastmaster was what they wanted.
Beastmaster's okay, I think, if they're gonna have hunts to deal with, but
Yeah, you
like
gotta
a
imagine
Naga
Caps
would've
is
been
switching
better.
over to Bears now, though.
Well,
And he's got a Triads coming at him in. It's gonna be some
Beastmaster
dispel.
could make bears.
Players' forces are under attack.
Alright, so it looks like they are going to try and have an actual fight here, at least one of them is. Spencer looks like he wants to fight, while Caps looks like he thinks this is not a great idea, or possibly just trying to draw him back into the choke point right now. Enough for another Haze and Breath of Fire, should he decide to use it. Kodo does go ahead and steal one of those fiends, so for now
I
at
wanna see
least,
an epic fight.
looks like Team Swedish Chef is just going to force him to retreat a little bit. Probably not a bad idea, because Team Caps lot really has the great advantage late game, and as long as they just keep from dying right now, then they'll probably be in okay shape.
Forces are under attack.
Yeah. I mean, look at the expansion count.
Yep.
1 almost versus none.
He has a grand total of none. Little throwback to the previous game, and this is a pretty ugly looking creep right now.
Which one?
The Diablos, I mean, I would not want to fight this early game.
The Eridar. It's an Eridar. I would love to fight that. I hate Eridar.
You just die, I think.
Well, I mean, you know, he's an Eridar Lord of the Burning Legion.
There we go. So gonna go ahead and
You don't
creep
play
the.
those cards, though.
No,
A player's
I mostly
forces
play it
are
on my
under
tablet when
attack.
I'm trying to go to bed.
Do you not have Jiraxis?
I don't think so now.
I am Jiraxis, Eridar Lord of the Burning Legion. See?
That would be a pretty good
Eridar.
ringtone. Can I use that as my ringtone?
It's copyright, but
Is it?
and I don't know the copyright. It's supposed to be just copyright.
So, interesting idea here by Caps. It looks like he's just going to stick with the Panda and try to get it to level 5. I'm not sure if he plans to get another hero after that, but the level 5 Panda certainly will do a lot of work against this army. I mean, if you get that involved in the casters, then they'll go down pretty quickly. I wonder if Spencer's going to go for a third hero, or if he's just going to maintain the classic combination of the Death Knight and Beastmaster.
It's a very classy combination,
Yep.
you're right. It's very classy, high class.
Classic and classy, hard to beat.
You can't. It's like a suit and tie. That's black. You can't. It's classic but classy.
Never goes out of style.
Never goes out of style.
Alright, well it does look like we are going to have a fight here. They are kiting at the moment, but it looks like they may actually engage. Now the Beastmaster is up there, tanking a ton of damage, I'm sure. And the Paladin has been sent out there because really, who gives a shit about the Paladin at this point? We do see that the Roar goes off there for MasterSpensor, but it doesn't get a whole lot because that Druid of the Claw is stuck in the corner. The Hunt's not doing a whole lot of damage, but we can see that the Bears really are taking a lot of damage right now. Both of them go down right there. There is a staff on the Panda. He must have just missed the staff at the last moment. Beastmaster almost halfway to level 2. Death Knight is almost, well, all of the Death Knights are almost level 4 at the moment. They're very close, inexperienced. The Kodo Beast does go down, but another Kodo Beast jinks that right back up, and the Beastmaster goes down before it can reach level 2. MasterSpensor's Death Knight is almost level 4, does go ahead and pop there, so that's 2 level 4 heroes, but that is going to go down and force the TP out there, and is Caps going to go ahead and try to fight this alone? He needs to get that down, but he should go ahead and TP right now. So able to kill off the Dryads while it's going on, and Caps TP's out with just his Pandarian Brewmaster, so a big blow there to our Night Elf player.
Who would have thought double Death Knight turns out to be pretty fucking amazing. Just coil everything down until it dies.
Yeah, and
Actually,
even
really
more so,
much at all that fight.
who thought double Death Knight would be amazing when neither of the players is undead? I mean, this could shift the entire metagame, I think.
The metagame has been changed forever.
Yep, and I
Death
think this is
Knight
going to be the
Torn,
new strategy.
Yep. Death Knight Torn. That's the way to go. It's good life.
Yep, so I do not see a third hero coming out for any of our players at the moment. We can check on a little bit of a resource management stuff. So we see that Rain is at 130 and 70 with 47. Starshaped is at 160 and 400, and he's going to go ahead and tower or take another expansion. He's got some militia on the way, but interesting to see what he does with those. MasterSpensor has plenty of gold, but not very much wood. He's at 870, capped at 48. Might use another ghoul momentarily. And then Caps is at 220 and 120 with only 36 since his army got completely blown away in the last fight. So food advantage right now is definitely going to Team Swedish Chef.
Swedish Chef picking up some nice stuff. They're going to get creepjacks here. Well, not creepjacks.
Yeah, but
you know,
it's bad
line
position
jack.
for sure. On the other hand, Caps is not nearby, so this is just going to be MasterSpensor if he decides to fight in a 2v1. And it looks like he would like to save Caps' expansion right now. Does lead with that Beastmaster, which he is unable to heal since he was not the one lucky enough to get a Paladin as the wrong race. And it looks like they are going to focus down the Beastmaster. It should go down to some coils momentarily. I'm not sure why they didn't even need it apparently. So clearly Pink's Beastmaster is the Beastmaster reigning supreme, and TP out here for MasterSpensor. Caps is a little confused as to why MasterSpensor decided to take that fight 1v2.
We're not having a lot of good teammate communication going on at this point, and I think that the communication breakdown may lead to some sort of team implosion. But we might not see that.
Yeah, the
Until
communication breakdown might have started when they started talking to all instead of the just normal team chat, so that's not
Classic
usually a good
mistake.
sign.
Classic mistake.
And we do see Starshaped pick up a Scroll of Healing on his hero here.
Player's forces
Paladin is level 3, does have that Pendant of Energy. What do you think about the Pendant of Energy on the Paladin versus the Death Knight? I think it's probably the
Put it
right
on the
choice.
Death Knight.
Do you think so?
Put it on the Death Knight, yeah, because you're not really casting a lot of Holy Lights, or you're going to be casting coils to nuke people down, and they have such an aggressive position, and they've got the lead, and they've got a bunch of rifles, so they can do focus fire. They have 2 Death Knights, so you just put it on the Death Knight, get more coils, get more focus fire, take people down. You got Spirit Link and Torrent to tank. You don't really need Holy Light.
Yeah, I suppose so. I don't know. You make a good
You don't
point
have
about that,
defensive
but
aura. I mean, if you're going to lose some units, you'll have some Holy Lights, you know, but we're talking 1 or 2 Holy Lights versus 1 or 2 coils. I think the offensive is the way to go here.
I haven't seen much coiling being done, to be honest, though.
Yeah, but look at their mana. They've clearly been coiling.
Yeah.
I don't know who they've been coiling.
I think they've been
coiling.
mostly coiling each other. I mean, one of them is at 330, the other is at 220.
Okay, well, they're bad, but I mean, they need to be coiling enemies here.
And
Coil
here we go.
those
So
bears.
they do get in a good position here with the bears taking most of the damage, leading on, and a bunch of fiends with Roar doing a lot of damage to the Tauren and Raiders. Focusing pretty hard on the Tauren, and they are master casters for the Spirit Walkers, so every time a Tauren's going down, it's not really amounting to much because it will come right back. So I'm not sure if they realize this, but they should be focusing a little more on the human army right now. And level 5 for the Panda, will it be in time to save the fight? There is no rejuvenation on the Panda, somewhat surprising, and he's going to be forced to TP out here, or he's going to die to the Death Knights momentarily. If he's not careful, though, this is going to go very, very badly for him. MasterSpensor going to lose that Beastmaster again, it looks like, and the Paladin is... Ooh, sorry, the Panda is very close to dying, does almost go down there, and the Beastmaster is going to go down to a coil, I would guess, or just to the regular army. So,
well, it's looking like Team Swedish Chef has definitely been able to pull a nice lead here.
Yep, and gonna go ahead and blame that one on the lag, apparently. But does
Isn't
look
it
like...
the same bots? Like, it doesn't...
It is, yeah.
Oh, okay, someone doesn't know how networking works. They might be lagging. I mean, maybe the bots are lagging, but it's not gonna matter if they're on WP. Right?
Yeah, exactly. But no, it is definitely the same bot, and looks like Caps tries to keep this expansion coming back, but not going to be able to do it. And Starshaped has a very spread out army. They do not have very good marching orders.
No.
Panda has to be
many
careful
years.
here. It does have this magic immunity, but it does not have a either boost speed, staff of teleportation, or scroll of teleportation on it. So if it gets too cute and gets caught up by a sorceress, then that could be bad news for it.
Well, there's a Depth Priest, so they could have dispelled that anti-magic shell if they wanted to.
Yeah, apparently they didn't think about that or decided it wasn't worth it and were more focused on taking down the expansion.
Yeah.
And
fair
here we
enough.
go. This is going to be a bad position. Spencer is Spencer is here, but there's nothing for Caps pretty much right now. Just a couple of bears, and I expect this is going to be GG right now. They keep focusing down on these Tauren, which come back momentarily once they die. Really not a great strategy on their part. And it does look like MasterSpensor's Death Knight is very low, and it is going to go down to the human army, maybe? Yeah, nope. Just gets back there in the nick of time. Level 5 comes out for both of the Death Knights on Team Swedish Chef side. The Death Knight for MasterSpensor very close to level 5, but has to be careful there. And they're going to focus down on this Panda now, try and prevent it from doing any more damage, since that is the main source of output. Panda does have rejuvenation on it. The Beastmaster does go down for what seems like the 14th time this game. And the bear goes down as well. This has got to be GG, and I suspect we'll see the GG called momentarily right now. There it is. So game 1 goes to Team Swedish Chef.
And they say GG.
It's sad to try to stay
GG.
the way you say.